the book Dope Inc. really exploded and exposed the Vietnam War as nothing more than a cover for Dope Inc. to import heroin in the body bags from of dead soldiers from the Golden Triangle, where supposedly the Vietnamese War was taking place, in order to addict the inner cities, the underclass of the U.S., and the youth. And I say that because at the time, one of my legal clients was Pan American Airways, which had the contract for bringing back dead GIs in body bags, and it led to my leaving Wall Street law practice because I could not stomach the moral, just the moral corruptness of that. So it's been known now for over 40 years that it's the CIA, the government, and big capital and Dope Inc., which is the monarchies, the City of London bankers, and Wall Street, which is addicting the U.S. How is this going to be stopped?
It's not. There has to be an increase in awareness. There has to be a global movement that is unstoppable, and it has to be overwhelming in order to stop it. We have to get rid of the corruption. The United States is really one of the most corrupt countries in the world, although it's hidden from the people, but I think they're realizing it more and more now. John Kerry's family fortune and the Roosevelt family fortune was made on Dope Inc. John Kerry's great-great-great-great-great-grandfather from the early 1800s, when he was 24 years old, he owned 3 fast clipper ships, and he was doing the opium run to China and made a fortune for the family. But these families never kind of like to mention that they made their fortune on drugs. But they're really happy to continue supporting that endeavor. And if you notice what Kerry was associated with, what committees was he on when he was in Congress, in the Senate, what countries was he visiting, and what wars was he interested in his career in the State Department and in Congress, and you'll see that most of the activities he was involved with had to do with drugs. Now, Leon Panetta is another one. He's an ancient Iranian bloodline, and he's from a princely family that is from an old city between Vienna and northern Italy. And while he was in Congress, he was Secretary of Transportation for President Clinton. Then when Obama became president, he appointed him to be head of the CIA. Well, the CIA was turned over to the Jesuits, or I should say they took it over in 2002. And so Panetta served 2 years as head of the CIA, and when it was all taken over by the Jesuits, and what he did was, well, I'll tell you in a minute, and then he left the CIA after 2 years and became Secretary of Defense. Okay, what does transportation, CIA, and defense have to do with each other? Well, it's all related to drugs. And what he did actually was to modernize the Ndrangheta, which was a small mafia family-centered mafia group in Italy, down in the southern part. And I think he's from the town of, his father was from the village of Sedona. I think that's the name of the town. And his father and every male in that town had to be members. It's mandatory that you are a member of the Ndrangheta. And he and his wife came to the Monterey area. They were sent ahead of time. They owned 10 or 11 Italian restaurants in the little town of Monterey. And of course, they were working with the U.S. Navy, and a lot of foreign military entities come over and spend time there in Monterey with the U.S. Navy. So it's a good meeting point to set all this global drug racketeering up with. And Japan, for instance, sends heroin to the United States in their brand new Hondas. And they take the brand new engine out of the Honda, put an older engine in packed with heroin. The new engines are shipped separately. When the cars arrive, a CIA shop will remove the engines with the heroin and put the original new engine back in the car, and then they go off to dealerships. And so this is how they're transporting dope around the world, and every Canadian bank is involved in it. The P&O, Pacific and Orient Shipping Line, is their distribution for by sea. Those ships carry the heroin all over the world and deliver it. And it's the Tyson Chicken Company trucks and Walmart trucks that go into the Mena Airport in Arkansas, pick up the heroin and deliver it along with the chickens and whatever else they have in their trucks. So this is a well-oiled, smoothly running, highly profitable, and extremely dangerous industry.
Right.
I consider myself somebody that's always seeking truth, always seeking information. So if you're somebody like that, you want to check out what I believe, you can go to my website. I love you all, and this is my opinion.